welcome back yet another lecture of SM online class, and today we are going to discuss a new chapter, vector. Okay, so left hand side रे लिखा है total content, जो content विषय रे ए क्लास टा रहइबो definition, representation of vectors, magnitude of vectors. There are some types of vector, and the last one, equality of two vectors and negative of two vectors. Okay, so let us start. Now, first vector definition. Vector means the quantity which has magnitude and direction. जो quantity रो magnitude थिबो आउ direction थिबो, both magnitude थिबो आउ direction थिबो, ताकू आमे कहबा गोटिए vector quantity. आउ जो quantity रो केवल magnitude थाए, ताकू आमे कहू कोन scalar quantity. Okay, so the quantity which has both magnitude and direction and obey the law of vector addition and obey the law of vector addition is called a vector. It's called a vector. Okay, the quantity which has both magnitude and direction and obey the law of vector addition is called a vector quantity. For example, displacement, velocity, etc. Okay, so let us distinguish between a scalar and vector. Suppose this is a point A. Let us consider this is a point A and this is another point B. Let us consider. Okay, so let us, the total path between A and B is suppose 5 km. Okay, suppose the total path between A and B is 5 km. That means the length between A and B, okay, the length between A and B is what? 5 km. That is its magnitude. Okay, so here the total path covered between A and B is 5 km. So it is called its distance. Okay, so it is called its distance. Distance means the total path covered between A and B, and its distance has only magnitude, like only magnitude. See, the distance has only magnitude but no a specific direction. A distance रो केवल length अछि, जोटा कि हम कहूची कोन magnitude, but a distance रो गोटे किछि specific direction ना. जदि मु कोन करिवि vector A, if I join vector A and vector B, if I join vector A and vector B, then a specific direction is gives out. Okay, that means a straight line is joined to vector A and vector B. A straight line is joined to vector A and vector B, and it is the shortest distance. Okay, and it is the shortest distance between it is the shortest distance between the point A and B. So it has a specific direction. It has a specific direction in a straight line. So it is called a vector. It is called a vector, and that AB vector is known as what? Displacement. Displacement. That means total path covered between A and B is distance which have only magnitude but no specific direction. But a shortest distance between, that is a straight line. A shortest distance between AB is called a vector, and it is called a displacement. In addition, distance and displacement both have same unit, that is length, kilometer, meter. Okay, so this is the vector. Now come to the point representation. That means representation of a vector. Representation of a vector. Representation of a vector. Any vector, जेकोसी वेक्टर रो गोटे इनिशियल पॉइंट थाए आ गोटे फाइनल पॉइंट थाए. गोटे पॉइंट जो पॉइंट रो वेक्टर टा स्टार्ट हेतिबो ताकू हमें कहबा कोन इनिशियल पॉइंट, आ जो पॉइंट रे वेक्टर टा एंड हेतिबो ताकू हमें कहबा ए वेक्टर ए फाइनल पॉइंट. Okay, suppose this is the point A and this is the point B. Okay, suppose this is the point A and this is the point B. Let us a line is joined to the point A and B. A line is joined to the point A and B, and this is called AB vector. ए AB vector टा गोटे पॉइंट रो स्टार्ट हेछि, ओ पॉइंट रो A पॉइंट रो अब हमें ए पॉइंट को कहबा इनिशियल पॉइंट. ओके, अब वेक्टर टा को पॉइंट रे एंड हेछि, जो पॉइंट रा हम गोटे एरो देछि. ओके, ए पॉइंट रे जो एंड हेछि ए पॉइंट को हम कहबा कोन फाइनल पॉइंट. फाइनल पॉइंट और टर्मिनल पॉइंट. ओके, so any vector it starts from a initial point and end at an final point. Okay, so let the points A where AB vector start is called initial point is called initial point, and where it ends, that is B, is called final point or terminal point. And it is denoted by vector A, vector B, okay, vector R, etc. And the arrowhead means what? Its direction, okay. Arrowhead gives the direction of vector, gives the direction of vector. Okay. So this is representation of a vector. Any vector, a initial point and a final point exists, and the arrowhead gives the direction of AB or another. Okay. Now come to the point magnitude of a vector. Let us discuss magnitude of a vector. Magnitude of a vector means what? The length of the vector. Okay, the length of the vector is its magnitude. Magnitude of a vector means the length of AB vector. The length of AB vector is called magnitude of AB vector. It's called magnitude of AB vector, and it is denoted by that is AB vector magnitude. Both sides mod daba. Okay, it is denoted by AB vector magnitude. And the term AB vector magnitude less than 0. Okay, AB vector magnitude less than 0 is meaningless. Why it is meaningless? Because any length cannot be negative. Okay, any length or magnitude cannot be negative. It is always greater than 0 or equal to 0. Okay, so this is which is meaningless. So this is the magnitude of a given vector. Okay. Now come to the points. Types of vector. Okay. Types of vector. Types of vector. First one is null vector. Okay. Null vector. Null vector और null vector को हमें कोई बार zero vector. Null vector और zero vector. Okay. So जे कोनसी वेक्टर रो मैग्नीट्यूड जदी 0 हेतिबो. ओके. जे कोनसी वेक्टर रो जदी मैग्नीट्यूड 0 हेतिबो ताकू हमें कहबा a zero vector. The vector which has magnitude 0 is called a zero vector. First point, the vector having zero magnitude. The vector having magnitude 0 लिख देते हो. The vector having magnitude 0. The vector having magnitude 0 is called a null vector. Null vector. और null vector को हमें डिनोटेट करबा कोन 0 दबा ता ऊपर vector रा सिंबल दबा. ओके. It is denoted by zero vector. Remember, zero जदि लिखि दबा सेटा मीनिंगलेस. ओके. zero जदि लिखि दबा मीनिंगलेस. Zero vector लिखा पड़ो because it has a direction. That direction is called arbitrary direction. Okay. Since its magnitude is 0, then its direction is what? Arbitrary direction. Suppose this is suppose AB vector. Okay. This is suppose AB vector, and let us consider the length is suppose 5 units. Okay. If I decrease the point up to A, मो कोन बोली B पॉइंट को मो डिक्रीज करके आनी बी A पर्यंत. ओके. एमती गोटे कंडीशन आसीबो जो कंडीशन रे B पॉइंट आ A पॉइंट सहित कोन करि जिवो कोइंसाइड करि जिवो. ओके. अगेन जदि हमें B पॉइंट को डिक्रीज करी आनिबा A पर्यंत एमती गोटे कंडीशन आसीबो जो कंडीशन रे B पॉइंट आ A पॉइंट रे कोइंसाइड करि जिवो. That means B point A point सहित कोन हबो मिसी जिवो. ताहले सही केस रे केते जिवो 0 vector. Okay. That means a 0 vector initial point and final point always coincide to each other. Okay. In a 0 vector or null vector, in a null vector, initial point and final coincide to each other. Okay, and next point, because its magnitude is 0, so यार जेतु गोटे मैग्नीट्यूड 0 रहउची तो यार आर्बिट्रेरी डायरेक्शन रहइबो. ओके, यार कोन आर्बिट्रेरी डायरेक्शन रहइबो. ओके, सो लास्ट पॉइंट, null vector has arbitrary direction. Arbitrary direction. Okay, so this is all about a null vector. Now let us come to the point unit vector, second type of vector, that is unit vector. Let us come to the point unit vector, second type. Okay, हमरो वेक्टर नेमिंग रो भी हमरो डेफिनेशन अछि. जीरो वेक्टर माने कोन? जीरो वेक्टर माने मैग्नीट्यूड 0. यूनिट वेक्टर माने कोन? जार मैग्नीट्यूड 1 यूनिट हेतिबो. Okay, the vector having 1 unit is called a unit vector. It's called a unit vector. जो वेक्टर रो मैग्नीट्यूड 1 यूनिट हेतिबो ताकू हमें कहबा कोन? गोटिए unit vector. Let a vector is a unit vector. Let us consider, let a vector is a unit vector. Okay, let a is a unit vector, then arrow magnitude is kete 1. Okay, arrow magnitude is kete 1, and a unit vector is always its direction is given by a cap. Magnitude is 1. Okay, but जो direction रहइबो यूनिट वेक्टर रो जो डायरेक्शन रहइबो ताको हम कोन कहबा? एक काप कहबा. ओके, ये हला कोन क्या? ओके, means a vector equal to product of magnitude and unit vector. A vector is always equal to what? Product of magnitude, its magnitude and its unit vector, means its direction. That means vector A equal to magnitude, that is magnitude of vector A, and unit vector, that is a curve. Okay, so A cap equal to vector A upon magnitude of vector A. Okay, A cap equal to vector A upon magnitude of vector A. This is called unit vector in the direction of vector A. Okay, A cap is the called what? Unit vector in the direction of vector A. A cap is called unit vector in the direction of vector A. A cap is called in the unit vector in the direction of vector A, and its magnitude is always 1, and always a vector is given by product of its magnitude and its direction, that is its unit vector. Now it is the three axis which is mutually perpendicular. It is the three axis x, y and z which are always mutually perpendicular, means they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, ये जो कौन origin जदि मु ox axis को पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन रे जदि गोटे 1 यूनिट लेंथ में, ओके, OY को पॉजिटिव लेंथ हिसाब रे यदि 1 यूनिट नबा और OZ को हम यदि पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन हिसाब रे यदि 1 यूनिट नबा, ताहले OX एक्सिस पाई यूनिट वेक्टर केते हबो I कैप, Y एक्सिस पाई यूनिट वेक्टर केते हबो J कैप, एंड Z एक्सिस पाई यूनिट वेक्टर केते हबो K कैप. That means I cap equal to unit vector along positive x axis. Z cap equal to unit vector along positive y axis, and k cap equal to unit vector along positive z axis. What its magnitude is always 1, that is magnitude of I cap equal to 1. Okay, magnitude of I cap equal to magnitude of j cap equal to magnitude of k cap is always 1, because it is a unit vector. But x axis pai तार डायरेक्शन टा कोन I cap, y axis pai तार डायरेक्शन टा कोन j cap, k axis pai तार डायरेक्शन टा कोन वेक्टर डायरेक्शन टा k cap. It's all about unit vector. Now come to the point parallel vector. parallel vector. Okay, the two vectors are parallel to each other. The two vectors are parallel to each other if one vector is the scalar multiple of another vector. Okay, if one vector is scalar multiple of another vector, then we say vector A and vector B are parallel to each other. Two vectors let vector A and vector B are parallel. Two vectors, vector A and vector B, are parallel if one vector, if any one vector, okay, if vector A is scalar multiple of vector B. Any vector, vector B is scalar multiple of A कहले भी होबो किंबा vector A is scalar multiple of vector B कहले होबो. Any vector is scalar multiple of another vector. Two vectors are, let A, vector A and vector B are parallel to each other if vector A is scalar multiple of vector B. Then vector A is parallel to vector B. That is, vector A equal to lambda into vector B. This is the condition. Vector A equal to what? Lambda into vector B, and this lambda is called scalar multiple. Scalar multiple माने कोन? Vector B सहित गोटे scalar टे multiply हेतिबो, and this lambda is called scalar multiple. So vector A equal to lambda into vector B. That means vector A equal to lambda into vector B means vector A is parallel to vector B, or vector A is parallel to vector B means vector A equal to lambda into vector B. Okay, there are two cases arises. If lambda is positive and if lambda is negative, what happens? Okay, so case first, if lambda equal to positive, lambda रो value यदि positive होबो ताहले vector A और vector B रो direction टा कोन होबो? Same होबो. Okay, vector A and vector B have same direction. Okay, तो lambda equal to positive हेला मैं कहबा कोन? Like vector. If lambda is positive, okay, if lambda is positive, then vector A and vector B have same direction. So if lambda is positive, then vector A and vector B have same direction. याको हमें लाइक वेक्टर भी कहबा कोन? लाइक वेक्टर, same direction. Okay, then case second, if lambda is negative, যদি lambda ର ভ্যালু নেগেটিভ हुए তাহলে ভেক্টর বি ର ডিরেকশনটা কোন হইব অপোজিট ডিরেকশন হইব ওকে ভেক্টর বি র ডিরেকশনটা কোন হইব অপোজিট ডিরেকশন lambda র যদি নেগেটিভ হবো তাহলে ভেক্টর a is parallel to vector b but they are opposite direction if lambda is negative then vector a and vector b have opposite direction and therefore what unlike vector this is all about parallel of two vectors. Now come to the points collinear vector. Let us come to the point collinear vector. Collinear vector. Okay. Now, collinear vector means if a number of vector lie in one line, okay, if a number of vector lie in one line then the vectors are known as what collinear vector माने a number of vector जदि गोटे लाइन रे रहिबे ताहले हम ताकू कहबा कोन कोलिनियर वेक्टर एही केस रे वेक्टर ए वेक्टर बी वेक्टर सी इबो कोन कोलिनियर वेक्टर और गोटे लाइन को जदि एही एबी वेक्टर सीडी वेक्टर suppose FA vector okay ए तीनोटी वेक्टर जदी गोटे लाइन सहित पैरेलल हेकि रही माने their line of supports are parallel to this vector ताहले भी हमें कहबा AB vector CD vector and EF vector are also collinear vector तार डेफिनेशन ता कोन हिबो the vectors okay the vectors lie a number of vectors okay all the vectors lie on a same line or their line of support parallel to a given line एक केस हम कहबा वेक्टर A वेक्टर B वेक्टर C are collinear vector and also here AB vector CD vector and EF vector are collinear vector okay next here vector A vector B vector C are called collinear vector and AB vector CD vector FA vector are also called collinear vector. Okay, arrow direction opposite is okay, but gote line is clear. So they are called collinear vector. Next, come to the point co-initial. Now come to the point co-initial of a co-initial vector. Co-initial. Vector naming रो ही हमर डेफिनेशन गुला कहछि co-initial माने कोन गोटिए कॉमन पॉइंट रो जदी नंबर ऑफ वेक्टर्स जदी बाहरी थिबे ताहले ताको हमें कहबा कोन co-initial vector. माने गोटे कॉमन पॉइंट थिबो और से कॉमन पॉइंट रो ए नंबर ऑफ वेक्टर जदी ड्रॉ हेतिबे, that is suppose let us vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D, vector E, vector F. गोटिए कॉमन पॉइंट अछि, common initial point. Let us consider O. A number of vectors having same initial point are called co-initial vector. A number of vectors having same initial point is called a co-initial vector. It's called co-initial vector. Co-initial vector. And here vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D, vector E and vector F are called co-initial vector. Okay, co-initial vector. तापर कम टू द पॉइंट co-planar. Sorry, आ गोटे पॉइंट अछि co-initial vector, आ गोटे अछि co-terminus vector. Okay, let us discuss co-terminus vector. Terminus. Vector naming में हमर डेफिनेशन आसबो terminus माने कोन टर्मिनल पॉइंट. ओके, एटा जेमिति इनिशियल पॉइंट गुला को सेम हला सेमिति फाइनल गुला को जाय कि गोटिए पॉइंट रे मीट हे. ओके, ये गोटे सपोज वेक्टर. ओके, सपोज वेक्टर ये गोटे सपोज वेक्टर B, ये गोटे सपोज लेट अस वेक्टर C and it is another vector D and this is another vector E. That means a number of vectors are meet at a point. Okay, meet at a point. A number of vectors जदि गोटे पॉइंट रे मीट करि जिबे माने तांकर टर्मिनल पॉइंट ता जदि गोटे पॉइंट हे जिवो ताहले हमें ताको कहबा कोन co-terminus point. A number of vectors having same terminal point is called co-terminus vector. It's called co-terminus vector. and here vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D are called coterminous vector. This is co-initial vector and coterminous vector. Co-initial vector means a number of vector having same initial point, and coterminous vector means a number of vector having same terminal point. Okay. Now let us come to the point coplanar of vector. Next, coplanar. A number of vector जदि सेम प्लेन रे लाए करिवे, ओके, सेम प्लेन रे जदि लाए करिवे ताहले ताको हमें कहबा कोन कोप्लानर वेक्टर. सपोज yz प्लेन जे अछि वेक्टर a, वेक्टर b, ओके, सपोज दिस इज वेक्टर a, दिस इज वेक्टर b, and suppose this is vector c. Then we say vector A, vector B and vector C are coplanar vector. Means they are lie in same plane. Okay. Let us suppose this is a plane. Let us consider this green board is a plane. Okay. एही प्लेन सहित ए जो डस्टर प्लेन टा अछि, ओके, ए डस्टर जो प्लेन टा अछि, ए डस्टर प्लेन जदि या सहित पैरेलल हुए, ओके, आ ए ग्रीन बोर्ड सपोज वेक्टर ए और वेक्टर बी अछि. लेट अस कंसीडर ए ग्रीन बोर्ड जो प्लेन टा अछि, सरफेस एरिया जो अछि, जो प्लेन टा अछि, सेही प्लेन पर सपोज वेक्टर ए और वेक्टर बी अछि, आ ए जो डस्टर टा अछि, ए डस्टर टा ग्रीन बोर्ड को कोन पैरेलल हे कि अछि, ओके, ए डस्टर टा ग्रीन बोर्ड को पैरेलल हे कि अछि, आ ए डस्टर ऊपर सपोज वेक्टर सी और वेक्टर डी अछि, ओके, वेक्टर सी और वेक्टर डी अछि. Because the green boards and our duster are parallel to each other and vector A, vector B are lie in green board and vector C and vector D are lie in duster of plane. That's why vector A, B, C, D are also called coplanar vector. Okay. So, our definition कौन लिखिबा? Coplanar vector means the vectors, okay, the vectors are lie on same plane. Okay, the vectors are lie on same plane. Okay, the vectors are lie on same plane or common plane, or vector having common line of support, or vector having common line of support to plane. It's called coplanar vector. This is called what? Coplanar vector. Now come to the point equality of two vectors. Okay, आमे बीटी वेक्टर को केते बेले आमे इक्वल कर पारिबा. It is the most important point, equality of two vectors. Equality of two vectors ऊपर हमर क्वेश्चन गुडा को भी आसे बोर्ड एग्जाम रे. Now discuss equality and then negative. Equality. दुईटी वेक्टर्स को हम इक्वल केते कहि परिबा. The two vectors vector A and vector B are equal if they have same magnitude and same direction. It is the most important point. दुईटी वेक्टर को हम इक्वल केते बेले कहि परिबा जेते बेले कि वेक्टर A और वेक्टर B सेम हे कि थिबे. That means वेक्टर A रो मैग्नीट्यूड जहा वेक्टर B रो मैग्नीट्यूड ता हे थिबो. Vector A and vector B have same direction and vector A and vector B have same magnitude, then we say vector A and vector B are two equal vectors. So two vectors let vector A and vector B are equal if vector A and vector B are same. Vector A and vector B are same, that is same direction and same magnitude. Okay, that is same direction and same magnitude. That means vector A equal to जदि vector B हे जिवो ताले कोन कहि परिबा vector A रो magnitude equal to vector B रो magnitude. Okay, this is the most important point. If vector A equal to vector B, then magnitude of vector A is equal to what? Magnitude of vector B. This is जदि vector A रो magnitude equal to vector B रो magnitude होबो, if it is possible vector A equal to vector B, no. जदि magnitude जदि समान हे जाए हमें कहि परिबानी जे vector A equal to vector B होबो, यार डायरेक्शन चेंज हे पारे. Okay, but if vector A equal to vector B, okay, if vector A equal to vector B, then we say magnitude of vector A equal to magnitude of vector B. So this is equality of two vectors. Now come to the point, last point, that is negative of vector. Now last, negative of vector. गोटे गिवन वेक्टर और नेगेटिव वेक्टर हमें ताकू केतेले कहि परिबा जत्ते बेले कि सेही वेक्टर ता मैग्नीट्यूड सेम होबो बट डायरेक्शन ता कोन होबो ऑपोजिट होबो. माने AB वेक्टर अछि ए AB वेक्टर और नेगेटिव ता कोन होबो जत्ते बेले कि आ गोटे वेक्टर होबो जार डायरेक्शन ता कोन हितबो AB वेक्टर सहित ऑपोजिट हे कि थिबो. मैग्नीट्यूड सेम थिबो AB वेक्टर रो मैग्नीट्यूड जहा सेही वेक्टर भी मैग्नीट्यूड सेम थिबो बट डायरेक्शन जदि ऑपोजिट हुए ताहले हमें एही वेक्टर को कहिबा नेगेटिव ऑफ AB वेक्टर. ओके, नेगेटिव ऑफ AB वेक्टर. लेट AB vector is a given vector. Is a given vector. Is a given vector. Then a vector having same magnitude of AB vector, but opposite in direction. It's called negative of AB vector. Negative of AB vector. Negative of AB vector. That is negative of AB vector को हमें लिखि परिवा कौन BA vector और माइनस ऑफ AB vector. माइनस का कहीं की दिया हला यार डायरेक्शन पाई माने डायरेक्शन ता कौन हबो B टू स्टार्ट हबो A रे एंड हबो. ओके B रू स्टार्ट हबो A रे एंड हबो किंबा माइनस ऑफ AB vector. AB रो जस्ट ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन रे रहबो ताहले कोन हबो minus AB vector. Okay, so this is our first class. Okay, so in next class we discuss onwards. Okay, so thanks to all of you and don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. So thanks to all of you.